Good evening, everyone. My name's Lucinda. We have the newest technology. We always bring to you the latest and greatest adventures of our lives in the hair business. Right now, we're going to introduce our guest because we're going to do a scoping which we analyze the scalp and the hair so we can see what's going on for any type of hair loss. People have all types of reasons why they lose their hair. I'd like to introduce my guest tonight. She's flown in from East Jabru, and she is an educator and also a technician for Trichology. She belongs to the American Trichology Association, and this is Karla.
Hi, Lucinda. Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I know you always have the greatest and the new technology for your clients.
Thank you.
So it is definitely a pleasure for me to be here and show you what we can do with Trichology. Okay, Trichology has been very popular in Asia and in Europe, and it's just now being in the States and coming out to the States to help people treat their scalp disorders and to help people with hair loss. Sometimes we cannot prevent hair loss, but we can delay it. So we are going to talk about that and explain to you how we can help your clients.
Great, great. We've been doing this for 2 years and we have some fantastic results. So we also have a man that's going to testify on the iPad. So we have a lot of information for people, so stay tuned because you won't be disappointed. And my next guest is Tiffany, and that's Tiffany. She's our model and also a technician, and she's from the
World Associations of Trichology?
Yeah, the World Trichology Association. And we're so excited to tell you what is available for the people to help their scalps. Healthy hair means healthy scalp. Healthy scalp means healthy hair. Okay, Tiffany, you want to say hello?
Hello, my name is Tiffany.
How long have you been a hairdresser?
I've been a hairdresser for 15 years now, as of next month. Been working with hair loss for probably got like 4 years in with overall experience. Been very good. The greatest and latest technology has been coming out, so see improvement every year.
And you've been doing Trichology for a year now.
Right, yep. Just main focus Trichology for a year now.
Yes, and then you help people with the hair colors and match their hair pieces. A lot of people still wear hair, but they're trying to get their hair back, and they're helping to restore the health of their scalp so they can restore their hair.
Yeah, well, the beautiful thing about Trichology is that it's not only for the people that are losing hair or they have scalp disorder. Okay, the beautiful thing about Trichology is that everybody can use. It's like having a facial for your scalp.
Yes.
Okay, we keep putting product in our hair to make it look fuller and beautiful, and we're not really taking care of the scalp.
Right. People.
Doing that with years of doing that type of using those type of products, for example, silicone products, it's very hard to get out of the scalp and out of the hair. And years of using silicone products or any other type of products, it leaves a film in the scalp, and the new hair cannot grow. So by saying it looks so easy and it seems so easy, but it takes years of the life cycle of the hair to regenerate. And that's when women usually don't say anything about their hair being thin until they have lost 50% of their hair already.
Then they come in crying.
Correct.
They're
So
very upset.
The idea is to educate everyone out there, educate the public, educate women and men that it's important for them to take care of the scalp as well. Okay. the skin doesn't end here. We still have skin underneath
Right.
our
People
beautiful
think
hair.
That's some entity
So,
all by itself.
Correct.
And men don't realize that the DHTA, we've been trying to get that off the scalp for years by using DHT inhibitors, which is dihydrotestosterone. Most men don't realize they have too much male hormone. And they and they laugh when you tell them that. They think it's cool, but it's not good on the scalp because it turns into a waxy sebum substance that chokes off the circulation. And that's why the men lose their hair even sooner than women. They have too much male hormone. So we get it off the scalp. We use a residue roast to get the residue off the scalp, and then it allows it to help to take off that residue to help grow the hair.
Yes, the idea of the residue on a scalp treatment is for, like I said, for everyone, men and women, and it's like a facial for the scalp. Okay,
Yeah.
that's basically what it is, and everyone is a candidate. So she doesn't
personally
have
do it.
right. She doesn't have to have a scalp disorder or thinning hair to come to your
Benefit.
salon and
Right.
have a
Benefit.
treatment of the residue of the scalp. It's cleaning the scalp.
Scalp.
And it feels wonderful. I mean, I had it done. Hopefully you can give me one tomorrow because I'm going to be here
Absolutely.
for a while and I haven't had one. So now you can do that
You're
one.
doing
I will
great.
be so happy to have one done tomorrow.
How did you feel after you had your treatments?
My scalp was itchy, and so I did a residue on the scalp, and it felt so much better. And I do them like every 4 months. The last one I had was 2
Great.
months ago. Just starting to feel, because the seasons are changing, so I do feel a difference in my scalp and my hair. So I'm probably due for another one really soon. But yeah, they're great. I love doing them, and I don't have hair loss, but I still.
No, you have tons of hair.
I know, I get the question all the time. Is that all your hair?
Yeah, it is
all
all
my hair.
Right.
She has the most
But
hair.
see, she's a perfect example of not a person that is not losing hair, a person that is not thinning, but needs it and loves having them.
Right.
Okay, that is a perfect example.
We have a guy that he's growing a whole crop of hair in the front, and I didn't realize when I know him for 30 years, he just had a short crew cut, and he first came in and inquired about the laser. This is our laser, which helps stimulate. I'm going to turn it on so you can see the diodes in here.
That's the 82.
82 diodes it has. It is really strong. You can do a minute and a half, where most devices is 20 minutes. A lot of people don't want to sit for 20 minutes. We do have the big machine, and that with 20 minutes, but people can take this at home and really separate the hairs in the scalp.
Yeah, you're supposed to like glide it back
Yes,
when you
glide
have it on.
You're right.
You don't
You
pick
wanna
it up
show?
and move it.
You want to show? I don't want to.
And when it vibrates, you're supposed to move it back. So, pretty much.
Yeah, just leave it there for
And
a few
then leave
minutes.
it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. And that helps her to stimulate the follicle and bring blood supplies to the follicle.
It helps inflammation too.
Yes, a
on
lot
the
of
scalp.
people. We're going to be scoping in a little bit, but a lot of people have so much inflammation they don't realize it. Like you said, Karla, people take care of their hair and not their scalp.
Correct.
They don't realize, and it's just like I do. I have a lot of plants. I love growing things, but if I don't do compost and get that soil ready to plant, then I'm not going to have a good harvest. I don't care if it's tomatoes or basil or flowers. I need to get my compost on there, and also whatever else, weed control, whatever. But it's the same thing with your scalp. You have to prepare your scalp.
Correct, Lucinda. That brings me to kind of the same subject, because there's a lot of products out there, and they might be great products, okay? But if the soil is not ready and it's not clean enough,
It's not going to
no
accept it.
product in the market out there is going to work. So that's why the residue on a scalp treatment is so important to have, because it cleans everything and it brings that scalp ready and the follicle ready to receive the nutrients and to receive the product that later on you're going to be treating them with. Okay, so that's a perfect example and a perfect analogy of the soil and the plants. It's exactly the same way. It works the same way.
And when I went to the advanced class, I was next to Caroline, who was from Canada, and they threw questions about nutrition. And then I said, "Ooh, this is more exciting for me because I've always been into health and wellness and nutrition." So to help people with their nutritional needs is awesome, and we'll be doing that more in the future.
Right.
When people get used to the idea that it's not abracadabra, please and thank you. It's scientific, it's technology, it's real, it's blown up the scalp.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of Trichology. Okay, I've been in the hair replacement industry for a long time, and I was so excited to learn about Trichology, and that's why I went in the path of Trichology, because it's a holistic way of taking care of everything in our body. Trichology teaches us that if there's something wrong with your hair, there's something wrong
with your
internally
body.
with your body. So for any hairdresser out there and for any stylist out there, for anyone that is dealing with hair, you need to learn and you need to consult your client. If you see that the client is losing hair, if you see that the hair is dulled and it has lost their shyness, there's something going on. Advisor, go and take a blood test. See if you might be deficient in any vitamins in your body. Something had happened in your body that your hair is talking.
Right.
Your hair is saying, pay attention, there's something wrong here. So that's what Trichology does, and that's what a trichologist's job is, to give hope first, because if there is hair, there's hope. Okay, and to help the client to seek a medical doctor, because there's something wrong, there's an imbalance in your blood, and there's a chemical, something is happening in your system that is not working. Okay, so the other thing I want to mention is the hair follicle is connected to the capillaries and the blood vessels. Okay.
Oh, let me show that. Let me show that, because this is a very exciting picture.
And if there's anything that is not right in your blood, if there's the chemical imbalance, the first one to realize that something is wrong is the hair. Why? Because we don't need the hair to survive. Okay, we don't need the hair like we need the kidney or the liver or any organ in our bodies. The hair is the one that is going to tell us, pay attention, there's something wrong.
Okay, we're going to scope now, and I'll show you some more pictures as we go on. We have lots of pictures of the follicle, and we also have pictures of the different stages, the anagen, catagen, telogen, and it returns to this 4 stages for hair growth. So that's another thing we can cover, is most people want to be in the anagen state, and that's the growing stage. And when the hair diminishes because of circulation or because of the blood supply or because the scalp problems, whatever, hormonal, whatever the reason, we can see it, and we can analyze it, and we can take care of it.
And we're ready to scope?
Ready to scope.
Okay. Should I
you can
turn the computer so?
Yeah, if he can zoom in. I don't know if he can. If
You
not,
ready?
I'm ready.
If not, we're going to send him pictures of her scalp. If he can't zoom in enough to see it, maybe he can. If not, we'll send pictures. And how often do you wash your hair, Tiffany?
I just washed it yesterday, but usually about 1 to 2 times a week.
Well, I'm having a delay in the computer again, but that's okay.
Yeah, Tiffany has natural, beautiful curls. And she can wear it that way. She can wear it straight. People,
Tiffany, is there's anything that you're concerned?
Right where you are is where I'm
Yeah,
itchy.
any place right here?
Right where you took the first picture.
You said that
yeah,
it was
hole in the back.
itching at some point.
Yeah, it gets irritated easily.
you sleep on your back.
No, I sleep on my side.
Oh.
That's why I don't understand. And I change my pillowcases a lot too. I do it every other day.
You
So I'll
try
flip it.
silk.
No, and I know that silk is like the best because I do recommend it to all my clients. That's one thing.
Yeah, silk is very good because it won't stick. Like you could be sticking to the pillow.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons why people have scalp issues, and there's so many. I'm going to read off while she's doing that, all the different scalp issues. And by the way, my hair is my hair. Usually I wear hair, and my hair's growing in so well that I'll send you a picture of me getting scoped 2 years ago, and it's my scalp. You could see my scalp, and now it's so much better that I wear hair occasionally. It's not the norm anymore for me. And how's her pictures coming out?
Very good. I see that just by looking at this, a few pictures that I've taken, I see that you have an oily scalp. You washed your hair yesterday, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last night.
Mm-hmm. So, and you washing your hair every day now?
No.
Okay. It's hard for us women to wash our hair every day, but that is the ideal. We would like to wash our hairs every day, okay? Especially an oily scalp. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's hard to get that happening with us women.
Well, she has so much hair that it probably takes her an hour to get it blow dried and curling and flat iron, whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
But at least if you wash your hair 3-4 times a week, that will help, especially with the products that we use, and obviously the treatments in the salon. It will definitely help.
Well, I'm going to read off the different solutions to every problem. We help a lot with chemotherapy, and there's a shampoo, conditioner, drops even for chemotherapy, so their hair doesn't get so distorted when it grows back. Radiology will cause problems. Cradle cap, crusty scalp, plaques on the scalp, dry, brittle, or dull hair, dry or oily dandruff. These are all reasons that the scalp gets clogged, the hair follicle. Genetic hair loss for women, diffused or profuse. A lot of dermatologists call it androgenetic hair loss. So people think they have a disease.
You can see how pink my scalp is. That's right where it's irritated.
What are you,
Right here,
what are you
right?
finding? I'll stop.
How pink.
Yeah,
You
it
can
had
see my scalp area.
some scales,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll show you the pictures
Okay.
later. You can.
Okay, we have
Finish it
men's hair loss. We have hair loss after pregnancy. That happens a lot. People shed. Itching, localized hair loss, oily and dry scalp, seasonal shedding, and skin inflammation. These are all problematic. That we can help with the solution. Trichologists can help with the solution. Besides the feeling better about yourself when you look in the mirror and having hair, it's quite nice.
Especially from the testimony that we got too.
Yeah,
From
testimonials. So I've brought 2 other people before, one male and actually 2 males and 1 female. So yeah, 3 times I've brought people on that were testifying that they have their hair back, their scalp feels better. Oh yes, I was talking about the man that had the crew cut. Well, I didn't know what his problem was, but after he grew it back, he said, my scalp was always itchy, so I had to cut my hair short. So now that my scalp is not itchy, and his hair's growing thicker. I saw him on Convertible the other day on Facebook, and his hair was flowing now.
That's awesome.
That's
yeah, it is
beautiful.
awesome. And
That's beautiful.
And really, he feels so good that he said, he was gray hair, silver fox, and he said, "Oh, I feel so good, I'm going to color my hair." And I went, "You can't." I said, "You'll be chasing color till doomsday because the hair fades, and gray comes out quickly." So anyway, what are you going to tell us here?
Well, I'm going to take a couple of other pictures
Okay.
because I had some technical difficulties in the software.
Well, that happens.
But that happens.
And there's advanced trichology too. You can keep going. Like I said, nutrition, we could send people to the doctors and they can get blood work done and they can be read. We're not doing that as of yet, but we will be doing it. It's another whole study.
You're going to be partnering with a nutritionist and
Yes.
and dermatologist?
Yes,
Perfect.
that would be awesome. And even doctors.
Yeah,
because they
of
don't know a
course.
whole lot about nutrition as much as some people.
Of course.
Like
Again.
nutritionists and dermatologists don't know. Well, I shouldn't say don't know. They don't. That's not their study as well
Right.
as trichologists that are really studying the scalp and the hair.
Well, it's because obviously, like I said before, I mean, the hair is not vital for our lives. So medical doctors wants to save our lives. So
Right.
they're not concerned about,
Our
really
hair.
not concerned
Yeah,
about our
the
hair.
same thing.
No,
because
not
they're
at all.
not.
No,
And
they're
I don't
not.
blame them, That's why trichology and the cosmetologist and the dermatologist are coming together
Partner, yes.
to learn more about hair.
Yep, and we have people recommending, and that's very good because then people feel a little secure knowing that this is not hocus pocus. This is really for real, and your hair is an extension of your body. I mean, years ago when we did hair weekly, we don't do that anymore. Some people do, but not too often. We could tell when people were pregnant. We could tell what's going on with them, with their hair got dull
just
or
two.
whatever. That's when we're
Before this
concerned.
grows again.
Sometimes I could tell women they were pregnant before they knew because I was feeling their hair weekly. And we could see the difference, which is very exciting to be able to see that much in depth. This blows up the hair follicle 200 times in the scalp. So we really can see the flakes, the oiliness, the dandruff, everything. Chemotherapy does a number on the hair follicle, and it takes a long, long time. People don't realize that it takes months and months to grow the hair back. They think just because they stop chemo that they're going to have cheetah hair all of a sudden. It's going to pop up, and it takes so long for the blood supply to nourish that follicle and the chemo to come out of the follicle itself. So the blood supply. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to show you a picture of
I actually
why
have
she's
some
getting
pictures
that
here.
there, why she's getting that situated here. We're going to show you the follicle itself and the papilla and also the sebum. Okay. And you could even see the sweat glands over here. This is a sweat gland there. But you can see the capillaries. You can see everything. You can't see the scales on here because there isn't any. But you could see some oily substance over here on this picture. Okay, when we take the pictures, we take them from different areas, and that way, when we retake the pictures in like a few months, just to see what's going on, we take them in the same area, and we do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a pattern to it.
I have some a couple of pictures
Okay.
in
so
here. I don't know if we can
zoom in. I think so. I think they can zoom. Okay,
But you
there's a
see
big
right
flake.
here?
Oh my.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a big
That's
flake.
what happens in the follicle. It's clogged. And when this, and by the way, it's important for everybody to know that we shed hair every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an emergency, and it's not like you're losing your hair when you see hair in your hands or in the sink. Okay, we shed hair every single day. The hair that we shed, it needs to come out to give a chance to the new one to grow, which is what we have, the life cycle of the hair. That is the anagen cycle, and it's when the hair is growing. The hair is growing, the other hair that is at the telogen side of it needs to come out. So it's okay for the hair to come out.
People
okay?
get scared though.
Correct. So in this case, there is a big flake or clog or something in there that we need to remove. And we remove it by doing a residue on a scalp treatment. So we give a lot of chance to this other hair to grow in diameter, and that will look fuller as well, okay? So that's what we do with our products, okay?
You can see some of the weak hairs over here. This is weak. This could be diminishing because of the growing of new hair. Or it could be clogged.
Or it could be clogged.
One or the
Correct.
other.
Correct.
Either regrowing or getting choked off.
Also, it's important to tell them that you might see more hair loss within the first 2 treatments. We're cleaning the scalp. Okay,
I do let my
Releases.
clients know
it's
that.
very important for them to know that
It's
they
gonna
might-
slow
It
down.
might get worse before it gets better, but it will get better.
Yeah.
Okay, they will see it as getting worse, okay, because all that telogen hair that is not connected to the follicle is connected to oils and is connected to the sebaceous glands segregation. It's not connected to anything. It's just connected to oils and to,
Right,
to
and it has to get
and
released.
to products. So we have to get rid of
Release
all that,
Yeah.
clean the scalp, and let the scalp breathe with new hair as well. So
Get circulation
that is
going.
important for us to tell the client, okay? Because it will get worse before it gets better. Same thing with psoriasis. It might get worse because it gets better. And by the way, I mean, we can manage psoriasis. We cannot cure it, but we can manage the
Manage it.
symptoms. So
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot that we can help slow down or get rid of.
yeah,
One or the other.
yeah.
I want to show you some hair, because not only do we grow hair, put hair back on, we also put hair on, because a lot of people don't realize that they can wear a little bitty topper. These are wigs for chemotherapy hair loss or alopecia, people that have alopecia totalis or universalis. People areata, they can hide some of these spots. And every year we go to the alopecia convention and we help these people realize that there's so much that they can do for themselves. Even makeup. They need to, we teach makeup when we do the Look Good, Feel Better classes for chemotherapy. So it all adds to your health of your psyche. It helps to look in the mirror and say,
yeah.
oh, I feel like normal. I want to be normalized. So these are wigs. I'm going to go through this for a few minutes, the different types of. Years ago, we only had these machine-made wigs. They were horrible. I wore them because I had alopecia areata, and it went really, really bad, diffusion and areata. And I wore wigs for 7 years, and I had machine-made, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's
They're
so
hot,
hot,
huh?
and
Hot
heavy,
and heavy,
itchy. Ugh. And now they have handmade things. I'm going to show you some of the new technology we have in that, because we like to cover all aspects in case you're not a candidate for growing back a lot of hair. But here's a girl
Let me hand
here.
it to you.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to take her off, actually. No, I'm going to take her off.
Okay.
This is how light, feel the lightness of this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm the only one in the USA that
Oh,
has
wow.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is wow.
It's, yes.
And look at the inside. It's all breathable. I'll try to let you see it. I don't know if you could see it that close. But it's so breathable. So this is the newest technology. This is made of like a synthetic nylon, but we don't call it synthetic. We call it a cyber. We give it a cyber name because it's made of nylon. This is the real cyber over here. They both love water. I'm going to show you what this does. It's amazing. Like if you took human hair and try to wet it down like this, what's it going to do?
Flop, and then you would have to
You have to style
it.
it.
Yeah.
Here's
everything
all the
going.
wetness here. And synthetic will do the same, but this fiber is so lightweight, it's wonderful. You just shake it out, and it goes right back in place. How's that?
Beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah, this is new. I didn't tell you I had this one.
No, you didn't.
I don't tell my secrets to everyone. And this is the real cyber, which I was so excited about when they came out with it. Oh, God, over 15 years ago.
What do you mean real cyber?
Well, this is the original.
Ah.
This is the original. It's a heavier fabric than that one, but it's very, very durable. So my alopecia children, my boys, they can go in the shower. They can act like they have their own hair.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to tell their friends, I'm wearing hair. No, they don't have to. And you shake that out, same thing. Goes right back in place. And it's very.
So you mean they can go swimming with it? They
This
can
is
do
a swim
anything?
wig. Yes, this is a sports wig.
Oh, wow.
Feel how heavy this is compared to the other one. But it's not so
Okay,
heavy.
no, it's not that heavy. That one is super light.
Yeah, this
but,
is like so much lighter than a machine made is heavy. Okay, this is not even heavy.
That's a great alternative.
Yes, it's a wonderful thing, and it makes me feel good when I'm able to help people with hair loss, to be able to, whether it's permanent or just a temporary situation. Next one is this brunette here, that she has what they call a French top. You can actually see the scalp.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a little heavier being a French top, but this is natural hair. This is a natural curl, and this is natural, never been processed hair.
Okay.
Feel that?
Oh, beautiful. It's like I just want to keep petting it.
You can pet her.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'll
not gonna
keep
be
going.
bringing it
I'll
back to
keep
you.
going. This is also, this is a synthetic, but it's hand top here, which makes it look very believable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's machine made back. Okay, I'll show you this. This is a combo, machine made. But feel the itchiness of that.
It's very soft.
Yeah. Well, this is soft, but this
Yeah.
that's itchy.
Yeah, well, the machine made is always going to be like that.
Yeah. But this is soft inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this is synthetic hair, okay? It's made of nylon, not nylon, I'm sorry. It's made of tupolon, kangalon, polyester, so you can't go near the fire with it. You can't open the oven door.
It's not heat resistant.
Exactly. There's some of them that are combo. This is a combo of human and fiber, so and it's heat resistant. So you can use a curling iron on it, but very, very cool iron, and we use product to curl it. We actually can steam this as hairdressers. We can steam it into curl, but it looks real.
Yes.
But it's a combo, half and half here. And now,
Half human, half synthetic.
yes, and then it's
And
half.
it's a machine made.
Is machine made. Whole thing is machine made.
What is the length of this?
Probably about 20 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very long.
it is very long. They don't come that long. I haven't seen it.
Well, we have some
That
long
long.
ones. We have. I go to Europe a lot, And that's where I get a lot of my newer things.
Yeah,
I go to the BVZ, which is
the longest I've seen it is 18 inches.
Yeah,
this is longer.
That's longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one here is a very grippy cap. It has silicone and it has a lace front, so it looks very real. If you put it on somebody's hand, let me have your wrist. You put it on the wrist. I don't know if they could see this. Let's see if they could see this. It looks, they only put a few strands in the front, and then it goes back to thicker, because that's exactly where our hairline is. And talk about hairline. So many times chemo patients have their wig right here on their forehead, and it looks so wiggy. You have to put it on the flat, because this is only a little fringe here. Your real hairline is where the temple starts. And that's what I tell all people, is to put it back, because so many times I do look good, feel better, to walk in and just see them all, and I pull them all back. And this one here is the new technology too. Look at this color.
Beautiful.
Oh, we could have brought the new one I just got for nada. Oh well, didn't bring it. But this is the lightweight one, and with the nice curl in it.
And is this synthetic?
We don't call it synthetic because it's not made of nylon, so it's not.
So it's Cyber 2?
Cyber 2.
It's Cyber, okay.
That's what we call it. We call it Cyber 2. So they don't have this in the U.S. Too bad.
I never seen it. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I tell people nobody else has it. They don't believe me, but
Well, I
it's
believe
true.
you now. I didn't believe you before.
It's true.
I didn't believe you until I see it.
I have products that nobody else, because I pride myself on going to seminar after seminar. I've been a member for, the Hair Loss Council, maybe 30 years, and I've got my 10 years master's, not bragging, just fact. And 50
Bragging a little.
Yeah, a little bit. I can't help it. It took a lot of work to be even a 5-year member. A lot of work. And just Ricky just got his, Ricky Knowles, and also Keith Zimmerman. And they both have been instructors for years and years and years.
Yep.
But it takes a lot more than just
well.
instructing. You have to know, you have to have a lot in place. So this year they honored me for my 10-year. And I also got honored for 50 years of being a member of the National Hairdressers and Cosmetology Association.
Congratulations.
I was just a babe and always paid my dues no matter what. How poor was I? It didn't matter. I paid. I felt that they gave me, the National Hairdressers gave me a wonderful start, gave me motivation, and that's what people need to keep going, to keep learning. They got to
and keep their priorities straight. So
Right.
that was one of your priorities, no matter what.
No,
and
my
it's
got
paying
paid
off.
money. And last year they sent me a postcard. 49 years, congratulations. I said, oh, really? Wow, where'd the time go? And then I said, oh, hope this year they sent me something nice, and they did.
No more dues.
I don't have to pay dues. I can go to all the hair shows, New York show, the Los Angeles, Vegas, all the shows for free.
Those are nice perks.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, good.
And I was like really excited when they said, no more dues. I went, oh, I don't even know what we're paying. $200 a year, I think. I don't know. I don't pay my bills. Tiffany, you have anything to add to your experience?
We have that video if you wanted to show the video of Matt.
Yes, I do. Okay, let's put it on.
You want me to?
Yeah,
Here,
put it
I'll
on.
unlock it for you.
This is Matt. He was willing to come here, but his job maybe doesn't allow him. And if he did, he's going to text me. So I guess he's not coming. But we have him here for you to see. He's been coming for a while. I think he said 1.5 years. I don't know if it's that long, but they know. They know. I don't. I see him all the time. He comes only every 3 weeks.
Just press play.
First he came every 4, and when he saw results, he's coming every 3. And we determine what the person needs, and they determine what their schedule is going to allow. So we work together. Hi, this is Matt. at Lucinda's, and he's been coming here for how long, Matt?
About a year and a half.
And he's been doing treatments every 3 weeks. He had very
Press the
sparsy
screen.
hair in the front, and he
right
could
here.
move your hair, Matt, to show him how it's growing in. Yeah, look at how much hair he's growing in. The other way too. See, and that was very, very sparsy. How much hair did you think you regrew?
Well, when I first started coming, I could pretty much almost see the entirety of my scalp in the middle with a crown. So, and it's come back. It was really oily when I first started. Now it's actually clean, and I've been using the take-home products as well. It actually feels cleaner and healthier. It's a lot thicker and fuller than it was when I first started.
And how about the back? I see that you still have some sparsy, but how bad was that?
It was definitely a lot more. There was definitely a lot less back here. Even just feeling it, there was
We did not prep him at all.
At
all. I was. And you keep continually seeing regrowth. When did you first notice that there was such a significant amount of hair growth?
Probably after, because when I first started coming, I was only coming maybe every 4 weeks or so. So probably after maybe the first 6 or 7 months, I think I started seeing a noticeable difference.
Yeah, it takes that long because people don't realize that the follicle needs to be nourished. And it comes out from the scalp, and it takes months to come through the scalp and be healthy. So I'm taking a whole view here, and it really is significant. He's really happy. How happy are you?
A lot happier. My hair's a lot cleaner. It's not as oily.
Did you see my sign here saying expect miracles? Well, this is miraculous. Here, and it really is significant. He's really happy. How happy are you?
A lot happier. My hair's a lot cleaner. It's not as oily.
A lot more confidence.
Oh, he couldn't imagine. He said his worst fear when he was a kid was losing hair at a young age. So when he started and then he heard about the program, he came in. He was so happy because he couldn't imagine not having hair. It was like his anxiety. So this has really helped him, knowing that he still has his own hair.
What we're doing here, more people should know. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt.
That is a great testimonial.
Isn't it?
Oh, wow.
And I just said, okay, we got this new iPad only a day. Let me try it out. Let me see if this works.
Very nice.
And I never talked to Matt before. I just
No,
said hi.
I usually catch you by because Jack likes him a lot. So I usually you're always like, oh hi, bye, hi, bye.
Yeah, that's a lot of times I just hi bye because I'm coming and going so much. But I have sit him down.
How old is he?
He's about my age, so I would say he's in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, 30s. And, men have lack of self-confidence.
Of course,
when they
it will be
lose their hair.
devastating for him.
Yeah.
His hair was
Lost his
very
hair,
oily.
Devastating.
Yeah, well, people, think it's nothing, but it is. Guys, stop pretending that you like to be bald.
No, they don't. They
Because
don't.
women,
What? Especially that age.
Yeah.
They don't want to be. They don't want to be like their fathers.
Yeah, they're still in their height of their career. They're
Right.
dating or not,
Right?
or
It's
married.
not sexy. Bald is not sexy anymore.
I don't think it's
Just
sexy.
saying.
I never thought. Well,
Well, Michael Jordan made it
some
sexy.
some guys can pull it off, but I mean, in women, some of the women at the alopecia convention, they wear earrings, they wear makeup, they even have tattoos. They look beautiful to me. But if they go out in the public,
Yeah, it's not.
the people stare at them, and it's terrible because we're so used to it.
Well, and you know what? And they think they're sick, and they are, but they're not dying.
They're not sick. They
Well, they have an autoimmune system.
But usually when you have one autoimmune, you could have several. You could have
Correct.
lupus. You could have all these
Correct.
things that usually when somebody has alopecia, they have more than one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have several things, like the thyroid
Yes.
hyperthyroid, you know, so yeah, asthma. That's all related.
And you said that you had alopecia areata at some point, right?
And unfortunately, sometimes it thins out on me, but now that I've been
And it's
doing
only
the
one
product,
spot, or the spot moves?
well, I know I had spots up here and very diffused.
Okay.
And I didn't even think it was alopecia because I was going through 50-ish and going through menopause-ish. And thought, well, and I was very sick at the time. I had lesions in my stomach. I was in the hospital. I thought for sure my hair is going forever. And it took 7 years and it grew back. And I went, well, it's not alopecia. I mean, it's not being sick,
Right.
it's alopecia.
Right.
But I had to talk to Dr. Haas and ask her. I said, could I have had diffused hair loss and spots at the same time? She said, of course.
Yeah.
So we recommend them when they come in to get analyzed. If they have spots like that, we send them to a dermatologist because they're the ones who will take a specimen of their scalp and send it out and really have a true diagnosis.
Biopsy, right.
Yes, they get a biopsy and they get truly diagnosed. So that way, they're not guessing. Is it hair loss or is
But
it?
see, that's the thing, that it can happen to anybody at any given time,
Any age.
any day, at
Any
any
age.
age. And we don't know what triggers it. Okay, it could be stress, and who's not stressed today?
Right. It could be a
Especially,
gene.
yeah, it could
A
be
gene
anything.
that
It could
just
happen
turned
like
on.
this.
Yeah.
So it's
rampant
sad.
gene.
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
And a lot of people don't know about it.
This is how I got into the business. People ask me how I got into the business. I said, well, there was a guy in my salon that used to come every week and get his hair styled. This human hair thing that was awful. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bless you. I'm going to figure out how to make a wig, and we're going to give you this wig for free because I know he didn't have any money. So I did that, and I made it human and synthetic. This is back in the day when I didn't even know how to make a mold. And I made a mold and sent it in, and they said, well, you didn't make temples. I said, what do I know about recession? You put it in there. Go on. I don't know.
Right.
And that's how I learned, is by trial and error. We've come so far. We don't even call it immense toupee, because that word is like, here's your grandfather's hairpiece.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes to feel better, is knowing your options, knowing your alternatives, and having solutions. So we invite you to find out what solutions about. We invite people to go on the websites for FDA cleared technology, which is the laser. Okay, and there's all kinds of lasers. We happen to like this one the best, but there's all types of lasers. It helps the circulation. It's like putting a baby under the light when they're jaundiced. Brings the blood to the surface. Okay, so I want to thank you girls for coming and giving up your time. Thank you, Karla. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You both look so lovely. Thank you. So thank you for tuning in. We'll have another show in a little while. Thank you. Bye-bye.